Hi everyone, hope you're well. So it's been a crazy couple months with this whole lockdown story, and I chose to change jobs during the lockdown. So that's been a little bit of a challenge in itself. Um, so I don't know how many of you know that I recently started a position as a field technical specialist, which means I assist technicians with complicated problems. And then I also go out to the various dealers to help fix those problems. Um, so recently we had a vehicle that nobody has been able to diagnose for quite a while. So I was called out to Polokwane to diagnose this vehicle. It was quite a challenge because the customer was getting quite anxious. Um, my manager was getting quite anxious as well, since the vehicle had this problem that nobody was able to fix yet. So I was feeling quite nervous about going to Polokwane to actually diagnose this vehicle. And then I just sat down and I spoke to God, and I said to him, God, in the past 3 years, through every challenge and struggle that I've had, you've been right there beside me and you've carried me through all of it. So God, I'm just asking that you will let me be a light for you in this world, and let me go to this dealer in Polokwane the next day, which was the Monday, and just work through my hands and my mind and help me to diagnose this vehicle so that we could get this vehicle back to the customer and that they could be happy and satisfied, and that all the tension surrounding this case could be cleared up. And I just felt this sense of calmness come over me, and I woke up early the following morning. I left before the sun even came up at 5 a.m. to drive to Polokwane, and I was literally there for 55 minutes, and God guided me directly to where the problem was on this vehicle. And the service manager and the technician was just so happy that this problem was now solved, and that they could tell the customer that they could now collect their vehicle, which was repaired. This was just so amazing for me because this is the first dealer visit that I've done since I started my new position a month ago. And God just was so incredible through this whole thing. I was on my way back home within an hour and a half of arriving at the dealership, and I was back in Johannesburg in time for lunch. So that was quite incredible. And then I arrived back at work, and one of my colleagues at work, who was actually my technical trainer when I first started with Mazda, who trained me through my whole master technician qualifications. He actually came to me and said he received a phone call from the technician at the dealership, and that the technician was just so inspired and motivated by me and the way I handled the whole thing, and the way I was so willing to assist and help and share my knowledge that I had learned over the years so freely, and that he could see something different in me. And then my technical trainer actually said to me that he can see God in me, and that I'm a light shining for God wherever I go in the world. So I just had to share this with all of you. I'm normally not good at doing testimonies, but since this is on a video recording, it's a bit easier for me. I just hope this helps somebody or inspires somebody, and I just hope that somebody can see how incredible God is through what we might think are insignificant moments in our lives.